Hi everyone, welcome to our application webinar today. I'm going to go ahead and get started very soon here. I'm just going to allow some time for more folks to join us, and then we can go ahead and get started. All right, I just want to make sure before I start, everyone can hear me. If you are not able to hear me, please let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, I will continue. Well, hello there to all our future sharks. Welcome to our application webinar today for our Master of Science programs. My name is Bao Gessel, and I represent the Graduate Admissions Department at Nova Southeastern University's College of Computing and Engineering, or CCE for short. And just as a heads up, everyone attending will be muted during this presentation, just so we can have the best sound quality. And the goal of this presentation is to guide you through our application requirements, the process, how it works, and also provide you with lots of suggestions to help you prepare a competitive application for our graduate programs at CCE. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We currently have 7 Master of Science degree programs, each consisting of 10 courses, and the total program is 30 credits each. They are the Computer Science program, Cybersecurity Management, Data Analytics, Information Assurance and Cybersecurity, Information Systems, Information Technology, and then Technology and Organizational Leadership. So the courses for these programs are available online, on campus, and or a combination of both. Do keep in mind that for some of our programs, the courses are available mostly online and may not be suited for students who require all or mostly on-campus courses. If that is your requirement, where you require to take all or mostly on-campus courses, please feel free to contact us, and we'd be happy to discuss these programs in more detail with you. On average, it takes between 12 to 24 months to complete, and really it depends on the amount of coursework that you plan on taking per semester, and if you plan on being a full-time or a part-time student. So if you take one course, that would be considered part-time. If you take 2 courses or more, that is considered full-time. And students are able to take up to 4 courses per semester. And then the maximum number of years that you will be able to complete the program is 5 years. So these are our admission requirements. So it's a bachelor's degree from a regionally accredited institution with a 2.5 overall GPA, the online application with a $50 application fee, all official transcripts from every institution that you have attended, the resume, and the program-specific admission requirements. So I do want to go into some of these a little bit more. So for the transcripts, what we recommend is to allow sufficient time to submit official transcripts, just because, once you request it, it might take some time either for it to be mailed or to be sent electronically, and you just kind of out of your hands. So we definitely recommend to allow enough time for the sending of your transcripts, and that way we get it in a timely manner. We do accept copies of transcripts for review purposes, meaning unofficial transcripts for review. However, if you are admitted, then you would be admitted provisionally, and that means that you are able to register only for the first term, and you will not be able to receive an I-20 or financial aid. So, we do allow unofficial transcripts or unofficial documents to be submitted, and that's completely fine. Just keep in mind that, we would have to receive the official copies, in order for you to get any of those benefits that I was talking about. Once you submit the official transcripts or the official documents, then you would be fully admitted and then can receive I-20, financial aid, or other benefits that you'll depend on for your full admissions. And especially in those circumstances, we recommend to submit all of your documents, official documents, as soon as possible. So, we'll let you know when your file's ready to review. At that time, if you want to go ahead and request for your official transcripts or documents to be submitted, you can certainly do that as well, so that by the time a decision comes, we'll already have your transcript, your official documents, and then you can be fully admitted as well. Now, in a situation where if you've recently graduated and your degree has not been conferred yet, then we definitely recommend to wait until you have confirmed with the institution or with your previous institution that your degree is conferred before requesting that transcript. Because if you request the transcript and we get it, it may not necessarily show your degree awarded yet. So save yourself some money and just make sure your degree is conferred or awarded before you request for the official transcript to be sent to us. You are also able to apply to our graduate programs while you are enrolled in your last semester. So in addition to these regular admissions requirements, what we would need in this situation is the official transcript from your current institution that shows your degree in progress. And then we would also need the degree verification letter that confirms you are expected to graduate. So that degree verification letter can come from your academic advisor, your department, or also the registrar's office as well. It depends on the university and how they process those types of documents. And if you have any questions about that, or if they have any questions about that, they're more than welcome to confirm with us exactly what it is that they need on the letter. But basically, it's a letter that it's not a letter that states you are going to graduate. It's a letter that that states you are expected to graduate. Now, for the resume, We definitely recommend to include all of your academic experience and also any tech-related professional experience. So whether it was in the past, you're currently in it right now, or if you're expecting to be involved in any type of, tech experience in the near future, or taking any future tech courses, we definitely recommend to include all of it because you just never know. And overall, for the admissions requirements, aside from what we do actually require, you could actually submit additional documents to strengthen your application as well. So if you want to submit standardized test scores such as GRE, which is not required, by the way. If you already have it, you can submit it. But if you don't have it, that's fine too. You're more than welcome to, add it if you want to. Other things include letters of recommendation, certificates, statement of purpose, personal statements, writing samples. Those are just some of the examples. And what you would do is just email it directly to us, and then we can add it to your file for you. So because there isn't an interview process, with our admissions process, then, your file is your file, and you are welcome to submit, as many documents or that you feel would strengthen your file. And regarding the program-specific admission requirements, so aside from, again, our general admission requirements, the program-specific requirements highlight the kind of requirements that are specific to the degree program of your interest. And this is basically the background knowledge that the admissions committee looks for in a potential candidate. In addition, if an applicant doesn't necessarily have the adequate background that is needed for a particular degree program, then they may be required to take one or more prerequisite courses during the first semesters of the program. Now, I highly recommend looking into these program-specific requirements on our website before applying. And I'm more than happy to also show you at the end of this presentation where this can be found. And furthermore, I also recommend watching our academic program guidance webinar that's available on our YouTube channel, where we dive a little deeper into this. And then moving on, I'd like to talk about the international admission requirements. So in addition to the general admissions requirements, for the transcripts that you have evaluated, we would not need the official university transcript for it. So in this case, regarding your degree transcript, what we would need is called the Foreign Transcript Evaluation Report. And this applies if your degree was completed outside of the US. And the Foreign Transcript Evaluation Report must come from a NACCES member. And the three components, so the three important components that are needed is a US degree equivalency, the course by course, and the GPA calculation. So again, for the transcripts that you are going to or that you have already evaluated, we would not need the original university transcript, because that's what you'll actually be sending over to the evaluation agency to actually produce your evaluation report. And just like with transcripts, allow sufficient time to submit these reports, and also, the documents as well, just because the processing may take some time for it to be sent and to be delivered. The next document that you might also need is an English proficiency test score. So this would be required if English is not your native language. You do have the option of submitting from the IELTS, the PTE, and the TOEFL. So we're actually accepting the Duolingo test as well. That's a new one that we incorporated into our test scores that we do accept. So the minimum score for the Duolingo is 105. And then for the IELTS, the minimum score is 6.0. The PTE is 54. And then the TOEFL is 80. Again, I want to emphasize, allow enough time for all of these documents to be submitted so that we can receive everything in time and get a decision for you in time as well. And just as a reminder, if you need an I-20, you must be fully admitted. So we recommend submitting official documents as soon as you can. Now onto our term dates and deadlines. So we have semesters that are available in the winter for 17 weeks, summer for 12 weeks, and the fall for 16 weeks. Our next upcoming term is fall 2020, which starts August 17. Our admissions decisions are made on a rolling basis. So what we have is called preferred deadlines. So in order to ensure a decision in time for the desired semester, applications and all required documents must be ready for review at least 1 month prior to the start of the term. So as long as you submit all of your documents by the preferred deadline, we can definitely guarantee a decision in time for the desired term. If you're not able to submit the documents in time by the preferred deadline, once your file is completed, once it's ready for review, we would send your file to review. And if a decision is not made in time for that term, it would be made for the next available term. And just so you know, once you submit your application, it is good for up to 1 year. Now, for international students, because of the visa extra things that you have to process, for example, the visas and things like that, we recommend to submit all of your documents at least 2 months prior to the start of the term. So again, we recommend typically for 1 month, but for international students, we recommend 2 months prior to the start, at least 2 months prior to the start of the term. So for example, for fall, the preferred deadline would be July 17th, and that's 1 month prior to the start of the term. I now kind of want to go over our admissions process. So when you apply online, allow 24 to 48 hours for us to process your application. Once we process your application, we'll contact you to give you an application status update, also answer any questions that you have. And then once we receive all of your documents, hopefully by the preferred deadline, then we send your file to the admissions committee for review. And the reviews process takes approximately 1 to 2 weeks or so for a decision to be turned around. Once a decision is made, you would get a decision letter via email. And then if you're admitted, then you would move on to making an appointment with an academic advisor, talk about course planning, register for courses, and of course, ask any questions that student related for yourself. And that way you can prepare ahead of time or as soon as possible. Here again, I want to emphasize that if you are provisionally admitted, again, meaning if you submitted unofficial documents for review purposes, then we recommend to submit your official documents as soon as possible. That way you can be fully matriculated. And finally, I want to talk about how to get started with your application process. So the first step you would do is create an account. And when you do so, make sure that you create a new graduate account. And you would start this here at apply.nova.edu. And again, make sure you click on create a new graduate. If you click on create a new undergraduate account, then it won't work. So you would have to create a new graduate account because you are applying for a master's program. And then once you create your account, please keep in mind that the email that you would use as your username will be your permanent username for this particular account. So this means that you are able to change the email to which you receive communications from us later on. That you can always do. But when you sign back in, you would use this specific email that you originally created the account with as your username. And if you forget your password, don't worry. All you have to do is click on Forgotten Password below where it says Create a New Graduate Account, or also where the login box is right there on the right-hand side. You know, you just click on Forgot Your Password and then follow the instructions for that as well. And then step number 2 is what you would do is start the application. So when you start the application, you can actually still save your application, come back to it, you know, whenever you're ready, and you can still make changes such as the term or the major. Once you submit the application, if you need to make any changes to the term or the major, please let us know and we can help you out with that. And then step number 4 would be submitting your documents, and you'll see it'll say step number 4 called supplemental items. And basically this is where you will be able to view all the required documents that are listed. So your transcripts, resume, all of those things, and also documents that you choose to add to your file will all be there. And you're actually able to upload your resume. So once you submit your application, then you can upload your resume. All right, so what I'd like to do now is take you to our website and kind of show you where everything is in relations to the applications and the admissions. So the first place, okay, this is the front page of our website for CCE. It's computing.nova.edu. Anywhere on this page, you can always click on Apply Now. And that will take you to the page that I was showing you, Graduate Professional. That's what you would choose. In here, so this is where I was talking about where to create a graduate account. So we would click on Create a New Graduate Account, and this is where you fill out all the information. And then where you would go to our admissions requirements and information, all you have to do is click here and go to admissions. You'll see the MS requirements here. You'll see the term dates and deadlines, admissions requirements. Like I was talking about earlier, the program-specific admission requirements are here also. And then, of course, the international admission requirements is available here. And for any further questions, if you want to contact International Students Office directly, you just click on here. And more admissions process information, and also their contact is down here and their website is here. All right, now if you want to interested in any of our future events or any of our events that we've had, you can go to the bottom down here, click on admissions events, and you can see all our events down here as well. Now to go to our YouTube channel, like I was talking about, this is our YouTube channel where you can actually see one of the ones that I mentioned, the academic program guidance webinar that's available here. So feel free to visit that. It's available there. And this is where we also have this presentation that we actually are holding today that is also available on our YouTube channel as well for reference. So please feel free to revisit it, you know, if ever you need to or you want to, and also feel free to share with others that may be interested. So our upcoming event next is actually the admissions overview webinar. where it's next Wednesday, June 17th at 3 p.m. And so this presentation basically provides a general overview of NSU, our graduate programs, admissions, and financial aid, and also additional information as well. So if you're interested, this is where you would click on to register. All right, thank you all very much again for joining our application webinar today. Please feel free to contact us for any additional questions. We'd be happy to schedule a one-on-one session with you if you have any specific questions regarding your own personal academic goals or your own situation. We'd be happy to discuss that in detail. And also feel free to stay connected with us on social media. Like I mentioned, the YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, see what we are up to. All right, thanks again very much. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we look forward to hearing from you.